Hello everybody, my name's JC, and I haven't uploaded anything in a long-ass time, and I apologize for that because every video I upload, I do say that I plan on making a consistent uploading schedule. But hopefully that'll happen soon, but who knows. So, to commemorate this occasion though of me uploading, I'm going to admit how cool I am. I'm so cool that I play fucking Pokemon. Yeah, so here is a match of Pokemon Showdown, an online competitive Pokemon game thing, and it is me versus some man that I presume is a eunuch. It could be a woman, but can a woman really be a eunuch? I don't think so. So let's go ahead and click play. So he's going to lead off with Infernape because for some reason... Oh wait, this is too fast for me to do anything. Slow down, game, slow down. So yeah, I send out Horny Bob, my Rhydon, knowing that I can take any hit from anything that he's gonna lead off with, because honestly he wouldn't lead off with like Venusaur or, well, maybe Venusaur, but definitely not Starmie. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a critical hit combat, close combat, straight to the face, and Horny Bob's like, man, that's just turning me on. That kind of pissed him off, though. So, Horny Bob's in a bad mood from that, and he's just going to go ahead and Earthquake this monkey to death. And now that is going to be one dead monkey. So yeah, I took an early lead here with that Earthquake, and things are looking pretty good. Now, he sends out a Gengar, and honestly, I had two safe switches here, Heatran and Blastoise, but for some reason, my idiot self stayed in and let Horny Bob die. So, thank you for working with me, Horny Bob, but you are just far too sexual for me. So I send out Hot Stuff, which kinda scares him out, into Tyranitar. And I'm like, shit, I can't touch Tyranitar with Hot Stuff. He literally walls everything that Heatran has, or at least this Heatran has. So I'm gonna have to switch into Worthless, afraid of that Earthquake that he probably has. But he went for a Stealth Rock, so I'm like, hey, that's great. I have Rapid Spin. And I know that Worthless should be able to take anything he wants to do to me. So yeah, I went for a Scald, hoping to get a burn off on whatever he switched into, which happens to be this Mega Venusaur. Now, as you'll see throughout the match, this Venusaur is a huge pain in the ass, but that burn helps a lot. So, he actually goes for a Leech Seed here. It turns out he's a complete stall set without any offensive moves. So I Rapid Span everything away. I was going to say Rapid Spinned. I Rapid Spinned it. Or Rapid Spun. Okay, ignore my idiocy. I'm gonna switch out into Hot Stuff, fearing that he's got a Giga Drain, which he doesn't. And he goes for Synthesis, and recovers a shitload of health. And I'm like, man, that sucks, but Hot Stuff is here to fuck up your day. So he's just gonna predict the Flamethrower and go into Tyranitar. Now, I went for Ancient Power, hoping it would do a bit more to this thing, since I predicted him to switch, but, you know, I still don't do anything to it. So, yeah, that kind of forces me to switch out. I go into Double Penetrator, my Pinsir, knowing he could take an Earthquake. But instead he goes for a Stone Edge, and I'm like, man, Double Penetrator's dead before he could even start penetrating those holes. So yeah, the biggest threat on my team is now dead, and things aren't looking that good for me right now. My Mega Pinsir's dead. My Worthless is pretty darn worthless, and I'm down a Pokemon. But yeah, as you can see, his Venusaur is not looking too good. It's low on health, but I'm still afraid of a Giga Drain, even though I know now that he doesn't have one. So, he just synthesizes back up a bunch of health. Luckily, it's not quite as much because of the sandstorm as it would be if there was no weather. And yeah, he's obviously going to switch back into Tyranitar because I just can't touch it. Now, I predicted that switch, and I actually went into... You know what? Never mind. I went into EV 2.0. What the hell I was thinking? I don't know. But I get a Thunder Wave off on him, and you know what? That's kinda helpful. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to hit me there. And I'm gonna be able to get some damage off before I die. So I figure right here's where I die, but... You know, the 9 Divines are smiling upon me today, and I survived that with 7% health. And I have no clue how that works, because I'm not bulky at all. I'm a freaking Jolteon. And yeah, now I'm dead, but I managed to put in some work on that Tyranitar. He's, like, to the point where most things can kill him other than my Heatran. So I send out Chief Grand Cherokee, and go for a Swords Dance, thinking he'll probably switch out, and even if he didn't, I have a Focus Sash. So yeah, that lets me get a free Swords Dance off. Well, he gets a Bullet Punch here, and I get a knockoff off on him, which doesn't kill him, sadly, but it leaves him to the point where an Ice Shard can kill him. Now, I'm afraid here, whenever that Tyranitar gets sent out, it creates a Sandstorm, and Chief Grand Cherokee cannot take a Sandstorm with 1 health. So, as long as that Tyranitar is alive, I've got to keep Chief Grand Cherokee out of there. So yeah, Worthless gets sent back out, and he's gonna switch into Mega Venusaur. And I think I try to kill him here by going for a Scald, and he actually survives. Sadly, but surely he survives. But luckily, the Sandstorm kills him before he steals health with the Leech Seeds. And I'm like, man, I just went from being down 2 Pokemon to bringing it down to a level playing field here. Things are looking pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and send out Hot Stuff, knowing that he can take any hit from this Gengar. But yeah, he's got 2 very annoying Stally Pokemon on his team. This isn't an offensive Gengar, really. This is a Stally Gengar and a Stally Venusaur. So yeah, he's not going to do anything with that Shadow Ball, but he's going to disable my Dark Pulse, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, and it kind of forces me to have to go for a Flamethrower next turn, because I can't kill him this turn. Now, I think he stays in here and just substitutes again, which is a bad move. He probably... You know what? Never mind, it's not a bad move. I was going to say switch into Tyranitar, but he needs to save Tyranitar for... until, what's it called, Weavile is out. So yeah, he's going to send out Starmie here and go for a Hydro Pump. My Ancient Power does quite a bit, actually. I know I can take a Hydro Pump, but he's Life Orb, so that did far more than I was expecting. He's just gonna take another Hydro Pump, Ancient Power, and that leaves him with a very small amount of health after the Life Orb damage Psychic. So, yeah, things are looking very good for me here. I'm like, okay, I've got a plan to win this. I know Chief Grand Cherokee I had to save from Tyranitar because it's the only thing that can handle Starmie. So I'm gonna double switch here. I knew that if I had sent out Weavile, he would send out Tyranitar. So we ended up both switching in the same turn, which I predicted, so I could get Worthless out and go for a Scald. Since everything on his team's injured, he didn't have anything to switch into, and finally, that Tyranitar is dead. Now, he's gonna send out Gengar, and honestly, if it had been a more offensive Gengar, he probably could have killed Worthless here and won the match pretty quickly, because that Sandstorm would have just killed Weavile after I sent it out. Excuse my speech impediment there, but yeah, he's gonna substitute and try to stall out Worthless until I'm lower on health so he could kill me. But yeah, Ice Beam is able to break through that substitute, and I believe I take one Shadow Ball and then kill him here. So yeah, I'm down to 15% health, and the sandstorm is going to end this turn too, which is nice. So yeah, what happens here, this is the end of the match. He sends out that Starmie, which is going to kill Worthless, obviously, since Starmie is a fast motherfucker, but not as fast as Chief Grand Cherokee. So I'm just going to send out that Chief Grand Cherokee, my Weavile that I've been saving for half this match now, and go for a knockoff and finally win the game. So yeah, nice guy. Mr. Eunuch No Balls says nice game, and it was a very nice game. And I actually asked for permission to upload this to YouTube because I'm like, man, this was a good match. I wonder if he'd mind. And this was September 18th. I've been waiting since then for a response because you never know. If I uploaded it without permission, maybe he'd send like the mob after me and I'd be dead the next day. You never know on these kinds of things, so I'm just gonna take the risk now though and go ahead and upload this. But yeah, sorry, I'm kind of new to commentating like this, but if you kind of enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, constructive criticism in a comment or something. I don't know, but that was a fun match. I managed to ladder kind of high in the ranking system, the rating system, but I'm not a very competitive person. This Pokemon is actually the game I'm the most competitive in. But yeah, that was a very fun game. And as I said, if you want me to upload more of this, let me know. And I do have a bunch of different games and stuff recorded. I just have to decide what is worth uploading now. So I might start that frequent uploading schedule soon. So thanks for watching, and JC signing